Good evening and welcome. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most critical geopolitical hotspots on the planet, the Taiwan Strait. Often described as a potential flashpoint for a global conflict, the tensions between mainland China and the self-governing island of Taiwan have escalated dramatically in recent years. This isn't just about two political entities, it's about global stability, economic interdependence, and the future of democracy in the Indo-Pacific. While often framed as a quick 90-second explanation, the complexities demand a more thorough examination. We'll break down the history, the current dynamics, and the staggering global implications if these tensions were to boil over. Understanding this situation is crucial for anyone seeking to grasp the undercurrents of international relations and their potential impact on our daily lives. To truly understand today's situation, we must look back at the historical roots, primarily the One China policy. This policy originated from the Chinese Civil War, which concluded in 1949. The defeated nationalist Kuomintang (KMT) government fled to Taiwan, establishing the Republic of China, while the victorious Communist Party of China (CCP) established the People's Republic of China on the mainland. Both sides initially claimed to be the sole legitimate government of all China. Over time, the PRC's claim gained international recognition, leading to Taiwan's expulsion from the UN in 1971. The U.S. acknowledged the One China policy in 1979, but maintained unofficial relations with Taiwan, a delicate balance that has defined the relationship ever since. This historical context is vital to understanding the deeply entrenched positions of both Beijing and Taipei. Despite China's claims, Taiwan has evolved into a vibrant, self-governing democracy of nearly 24 million people. It boasts a thriving economy and a distinct identity. This island nation is far from a mere provincial entity. It's a technological powerhouse, particularly in the semiconductor industry. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC, is the world's largest contract chipmaker, producing over 90%. The United States' policy towards Taiwan is a complex and often contradictory strategic ambiguity. While the U.S. officially acknowledges the One China policy, it also maintains robust unofficial relations with Taiwan and sells it defensive weaponry under the Taiwan Relations Act of 1979. This ambiguity means the U.S. doesn't explicitly state whether it would intervene militarily if China were to attack Taiwan. This deliberate vagueness is intended to deter both China from invading and Taiwan from provoking Beijing by declaring full independence. However, in recent years, some U.S. officials have made more explicit statements about defending Taiwan, seemingly shifting from this long-standing policy, which only adds to the uncertainty and risk calculations for all parties involved in this delicate geopolitical dance. Beyond the immediate military and political implications, a conflict in the Taiwan Strait would trigger an unprecedented global economic crisis. As we discussed, Taiwan's dominant position in advanced semiconductor manufacturing means that any disruption would halt production of everything from iPhones and laptops to cars and critical medical equipment. The global economy, still recovering from recent shocks, would face a catastrophic supply chain collapse. Estimates suggest that the economic cost of a Taiwan invasion could exceed $10 trillion, far surpassing the impact of the Ukraine war or even the global financial crisis. Nations worldwide are bracing for this potential ripple effect, with many considering strategies to diversify their semiconductor supply chains, though this is a long-term and costly endeavor. The Taiwan Strait has become a hotbed of military activity. China routinely conducts large-scale military drills near Taiwan, often simulating an invasion, which includes missile launches, naval exercises, and Air Force incursions into Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone. In 2022, following a visit by then U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, China launched missiles over Taiwan for the first time, escalating tensions significantly. Taiwan, for its part, is enhancing its own defense capabilities, procuring advanced weaponry from the U.S., and conducting its own readiness drills. The presence of U.S. and allied naval vessels in the strait also complicates Beijing's calculations, serving as a subtle but persistent form of deterrence. This constant military posturing creates an extremely volatile environment where miscalculation could lead to catastrophic consequences. The international community's reactions to the Taiwan Strait tensions are varied, reflecting a complex web of economic interests, security alliances, and democratic values. While many nations, particularly Western democracies and G7 members, express concern over China's aggressive stance and emphasize the importance of peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific, they also rely heavily on trade with China. Japan and Australia, key regional allies of the U.S., have voiced strong support for Taiwan's security, recognizing the direct threat an invasion would pose to regional stability. However, few nations are willing to risk direct military confrontation with China. The UN Secretary-General has consistently called for de-escalation, but direct action beyond statements remains limited, highlighting the delicate balance between diplomacy and economic realities in this high-stakes standoff. So, what does the future hold for the Taiwan Strait? The situation remains highly unpredictable. While a full-scale invasion is a grave concern, other scenarios, such as a blockade or limited military action, are also possible. The international community continues to walk a tightrope, trying to deter aggression without provoking it. For us, staying informed is key. The stakes are immense: the future of democracy in Taiwan, the stability of the global economy, and the potential for a conflict with devastating worldwide repercussions. This isn't just a distant geopolitical issue. It's a situation that could profoundly reshape our world. We'll continue to monitor these developments closely. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth look at the Taiwan Strait tensions. Your understanding and engagement with these critical global events are more important now than ever.